Bradford, Peterson, and Stoops. Welcome, everyone, to Norman, Oklahoma, and the Palace on the Prairie, home to the Oklahoma Sooners. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Sooners will kick it away to start us off. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. I think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. The give to the tailback. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. Discards a man. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
On third down, going up top. He's got the tight end. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Tackle is made at the 44-yard line. And that's a first down for the offense.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell, starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. And they got him for the sack.
And it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it The offense will walk it back. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Complete downfield. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Talking to this coaching staff, they felt they had matchups in the passing game that they could win, and they wanted to test this defense and see if they could take the top off. Well, you saw it right there. Opening drive of the game, they're being aggressive, they're taking a shot, and they come up with a big one. And trust me, fellas, they're going to keep taking those shots because they've got some dudes outside.
On 4th down, going to the air. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they're aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He looks that one in nicely. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Using his legs, it's Sexton. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Power football with the run. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for the big play. He's got it at the 25. Oh, look out. Touchdown, Georgia. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. from inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They go to the ground. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
With the score, Georgia 7, Oklahoma 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, wants to throw. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time. The throw. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Sooner! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. throwing the pick on the last drive. Need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they created negative play.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab. It's Briggs. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. That's why you never assume the first guy's going to make the tackle, and you have to keep running to the football.
Man, it's something you highlight every single week in defensive meetings. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Take the correct angle. Nice job. First guy misses. Second guy gets him on the ground, forces the fourth down, throws that fist up in the air.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Trying to find his man on first down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too. And the Sooners are threatening in the red zone.
Here we go. Slide 22. Slide 22.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. And into the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Sooners have it with a first and goal. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Dogs! He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. He'll bring it out. It's Vick. He took the risk bringing it out of the end zone, and he'll go out of bounds at the 20. Sooner offense returns to the field. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this point, but this is a huge opportunity, David, for them to really create some momentum.
Well, and the defense did such a good job keeping them in the game early. Now, holding down their end. Now get the offense rolling, put up some points on the scoreboard.
Just steamrolling the defense. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Keep it on the ground. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. Had to throw it before he wanted. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
The incompletion on first down leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 43. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football game. So the quarterback play on those completions that move the sticks, that make you play 3 more plays, 4 more plays, 5 more plays, and just wear you out.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the 5-yard step off, 1st and 15 for this offense. From the gun. Throws for the tight end. It's caught downfield. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. Got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
Back to the air one more time. Catch in the middle. It's Vick. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Got it behind the line. It's Castro. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And it's picked off at the goal line. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Briggs. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Yeah, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Now on 1st down from the 30. Looking to move it through the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown Bulldogs. On to attempt the try. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone.
He wants to go deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with that. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
And back to the air on 2nd down. He'll take another shot here. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the middle. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Bulldogs will kick it off to start the 2nd half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They'll open the second half on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Wants to fire on second down. Trying to get to it. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense. And you saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollock, who really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to two guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
Really nice job by this sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down with the run.
These guys aren't human. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Going up top on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. He fires it out to the right. And the ball will be grabbed at the 30-yard line. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
You know, it's one thing when you got a quarterback scrambling around, running all over the place, outside the pocket left, outside the pocket right. That dude is in the pocket. You have to affect.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Sooners! And that one will put them up here in the second half. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. Fair catch, called for and made. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drop.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Plows through the defense. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
To the air on first down. Got his man in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Tosses it incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He tries to take the top off. Brings it in down the left side. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Still on the 35-yard line after that incompletion. Here comes 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Dances away. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
They want to just keep throwing it. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
First down, Georgia.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. You know, the field's about 53 yards wide. Got to kick it between those 53 yards, or else the drive will start on the 40. Line gets set, 1st down. He's going to pass. Going for the big play. And he's got it at the 20. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. He'll call for the fair catch here. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. The toss to the right. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Briggs. Stopped after making the catch.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open space spaces in the middle of the field, and you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to power their way ahead. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Oklahoma 35, Georgia 28.
First down to start the drive after the break. Motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Got the quick pass. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
Second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Unloads it downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
Right on target this time. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
He wants to throw it again. This time he's got his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking for a deep man. Pulls it in on the right. He's off to the races. Touchdown Sooners! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives.
And here's the third interception of the night. Really nice play on the pick. Was looking for a little more yardage, but great field position at the 34. First down for this offense. Hand off from the shotgun. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David. And he breaks into the open. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Got it set up on the outside. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. And the Dogs want to pick up the tempo.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it past the marker. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
The Bulldogs trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
It's now 2nd and goal to go.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide out in motion. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Georgia.
He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Vick. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They want that clock to run. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
This guy's been running hard all game long. In the 4th quarter now with that last run, he's now at 99 yards rushing. One more carry away from potentially reaching that 100-yard milestone that all running backs covet.
Here's the handoff. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
The Sooners will line up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Staring into the raindrops, and he muffs it. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense.
And that's got to be a big-time break because when you're a punt returner and you got all those guys flying down there and all those hands and all the speed on the field, it's hard to get back on the football. Nice job fumbling it. Not really, obviously, but a nice job recovering it.
And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Shoots it to the left. He makes the catch. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Moves around to clear up the vision. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting it because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Vick. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a 1st down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
Now the play fake. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He'll let it go down the right side.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. They'll try the run. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. To the ground to try to pick up the first. On the move is the 30. Open runway ahead. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown Sooners! They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail beat Coughlin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Briggs. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw